I need to ask you something, and I want you to answer me honestly, not because I am trying to judge you, not because I am searching for reasons to walk away, not because I expect perfection from you. I simply need the truth. I need the kind of truth that exists beneath polite smiles, beneath carefully chosen words, beneath the walls people build when they are afraid of being seen completely. Can you give me that? Can you look beyond what sounds acceptable and tell me what is genuinely inside your heart? Because I have spent so much time wondering what happens in your mind when my name appears unexpectedly, wondering if there are moments when you stop in the middle of your day and feel something pulling you back toward me. Wondering if you ever replay our conversations, our silences, our misunderstandings, and ask yourself whether things could have been different. I wonder if you miss me, not the version of me that seemed strong, not the version that appeared unaffected, not the version that pretended everything was fine. I mean the real me, the person who cared deeply, the person who stayed awake thinking about your happiness. The person who silently celebrated your victories, the person who worried when you were struggling, the person who carried hope long after common sense suggested letting go. Do you miss that person, or have you convinced yourself that what we shared was temporary, insignificant, something easily replaced? Please answer honestly. Did you ever feel scared because of how intense this connection became? Did you ever pull away not because you stopped caring, but because caring felt overwhelming? Did you ever look at me and realize that I could see parts of you that no one else noticed? The hidden fears, the disappointments, the insecurities, the dreams you rarely speak about. Did that frighten you? People often say they want someone who understands them completely, but understanding can feel uncomfortable. Being understood means there is nowhere left to hide. It means someone notices when your smile is forced. Someone recognizes when your silence is not peace but pain. Someone knows when your words say one thing while your heart whispers another. And sometimes that kind of closeness makes people run, not because love is absent, but because love exposes everything. So I need to ask you something else. When you distanced yourself, what were you truly trying to escape? Was it me, or was it the reflection of yourself that you saw through my eyes? Because I never expected you to be perfect. I never expected endless happiness. I never imagined a relationship without disagreements or challenges. I simply hoped for honesty. I hoped for conversations that happened before resentment could grow. I hoped for vulnerability. I hoped for the courage to admit when something hurt. I hoped for the willingness to stay when leaving seemed easier. Maybe I expected too much, or maybe I only expected what genuine love naturally offers. Tell me honestly, did you ever imagine a future with me? Did you picture ordinary moments, cooking dinner together, laughing about something ridiculous, watching movies while arguing over what to watch, falling asleep after long conversations? Waking up and knowing that someone chose you again, not out of obligation, not out of convenience, but out of love. Did you ever imagine that? Or was I the only one building castles out of possibilities? I ask because sometimes people share beautiful words without realizing how deeply those words take root inside another person. Promises become expectations, affection becomes hope, attention becomes attachment, and before anyone notices, two hearts are standing at different distances from the same dream. One heart is already living there, the other is only visiting. I do not want assumptions anymore. I do not want half-truths. I do not want answers designed to protect my feelings. I want reality, even if reality hurts. Even if reality means admitting that our paths were never meant to merge completely. Pain heals, confusion lasts much longer, so tell me honestly, was there ever a moment when you almost reached out but stopped yourself, a moment when you typed a message and deleted it, a moment when you wanted to call but convinced yourself not to? A moment when pride won over vulnerability, a moment when fear became louder than love, because if that happened, then perhaps we have both been standing on opposite sides of the same door, waiting for the other person to open it first, and perhaps we have wasted precious time believing stories that were never true. Maybe you believed I moved on. Maybe you believed I stopped caring. Maybe you believed I forgot. But caring does not disappear overnight. People do not simply erase meaningful connections. They learn how to carry them differently. They place them quietly inside their hearts. They continue working. They continue smiling. They continue meeting responsibilities. But occasionally, a memory returns, a song, a familiar place, a phrase someone says, a scent drifting through the air, and suddenly everything feels close again. So I ask you once more, what do you truly feel, not what you think you should feel, not what others expect you to feel, not what logic tells you to feel? What does your heart say when no one else is listening? Does it still recognize me? Does it still remember us? Does it still wonder, or has it finally found peace? Without me, whatever your answer is, I promise to respect it, because love should never become a prison. Love should never demand sacrifices that destroy someone's sense of self. Love should never force someone to stay. Love is an invitation, a choice, a daily decision, and if your choice leads somewhere else, I will accept that, but I need honesty, because honesty gives people freedom, freedom to heal, freedom to wait, freedom to move forward, freedom to stop fighting battles that exist only inside their imagination. So please answer me honestly. Was I important to you? Did I leave a mark on your life? Did I teach you something valuable? Did I inspire growth? Did I make you feel understood? Did I help you believe in yourself, even briefly? And if I did, then perhaps our connection was meaningful regardless of where it leads. Not every important relationship becomes permanent. Some people arrive to awaken forgotten parts of us. Some people teach us patience. Some teach us resilience. Some teach us boundaries. Some teach us self-worth. And some teach us that loving deeply is not weakness. It is courage, even when the outcome remains uncertain. So here is my final question. If fear disappeared completely, if pride vanished, if distance no longer existed, if time stopped judging us, if nobody else's opinions mattered, if there were no risks, no expectations, no possibility of rejection, would you choose me? Would you walk toward me? Would you take my hand and say that you are ready? Or would you quietly turn away? Think carefully before answering. Because your answer might change everything, and sometimes a single honest